Good morning, Academy 55 Premium members and everybody else who's watching the recording. David Kahn here on Thursday, the 16th of January 2025. It's 5 to 8 in the morning here in the UK. Looking at the EUR USD on the 1 minute time frame, following the indicators and the strategy. But first of all, we are on the 5 minute at the moment. And as you can see, we have got quite a lot of consolidation taking place. But nevertheless, we'll go through, have a look at the bigger picture at the moment and see what's going on. So I'd like to turn to the daily time frame. And on the daily, wow, look at that, the day before, a big spike underneath the volume. And this is the kill zone we marked up yesterday. You remember, by putting the fibs on the high and the low. This is 71 to 88 area. Will price want to be heading to there? I do believe so. I do believe so. It will, might be the end of the week, might be even next week. So what can we see from the daily? Well, there's been a bit of a rally for the buyers. We've got a bit of a trend line going on. Don't really do trend lines on low time frames especially, but this is the daily. Got a trend line going on. So go from the higher high there. So just like support and resistance, they can bounce or break. So really, from my perspective, we've only got something really going on the higher time frame if we break that trend line. So we'll go down on the 4 hourly and see what it looks like on the 4 hourly. Again, we got all this sideways movement here. Clean this up a little bit to the high there, to the high there. Again, you want more than 3 touches. Get rid of this line here. That's insignificant. And we still got this little bit of imbalance down here. But we've also got imbalance up there, but we're into the kill zone where we think price might be wanting to be heading on the on the on the higher time frames. But for me, it needs to break this trend line to prove it, to show us it's actually willing to break into this area. Remember, it might come up and bounce and break, but that's a long, long way away yet. So we'll put it on the lines and see if there's any lines of interest to look at. Now I'm going to actually move that line down to there because this is the this is more prominent now. Just down there. Got one touch there, one touch there, and a sort of a touch there. So that is showing to be a prominent area, and actually where we are now as well is showing to be a little bit of an area there because we got one touch there, sort of a touch there, and a touch there. So right where we are now is an important area. And oh, look, just up there, we've got the key zone area, the area with 3 zeros on it. So this is a very important area where price is mingling around, picking up orders, buy orders, sell orders. So that's the 4 hourly. Going down to the hourly now. And there we go. We've still got that same sort of area there, just Clean it up a little bit. There we go. That's an important spike there, resistance there. So that's the sort of area where we are at. Put the putting the candles back on. We can see. We can also see from here to there that's an imbalance. Price will want to be at least tapping into it. So that's a sell fair value gap. Yeah, we need to see price tapping into that to equalize the market. And this area here, see, we're not going into definitely going into this kill zone area here until we've breached that trend line for me. So, but that, like I said, this is on the hourly. This is a long way away. We've got all this area of consolidation as well. So we come down to the 5 minute. And we're right in a sell zone area here. Now we had that blue flag, red flag speech at 8 o'clock. Hasn't done much, has it? So we're officially in sell zone territory. So we go down to the 1 minute. Oh, hang on, let's mark these up first. Well, I don't need to mark the bottom one up because we know we're in a sell zone already. So I'll mark that one up down there. And right, we got that imbalance to tap into that we think may be happening. Because generally price wants to go up, I think. But we've got imbalance here on the 5 minute to sort out. It's all looking. So we will go down to the minute, put our indicators on. Quickly to the trading view. Right. We might have a small retrace there. Now the parallel SAR is flipped now. We are in the sell zone. But we had that speech from in the euro. Speeches tend to not affect the market right away. They tend to take time to disseminate because obviously speech could be still going on. I don't know how long the speech. Some speeches last for 15 minutes to an hour, and they'll be saying little things about the euro and whether it's good news for the euro, bad news for the euro, and the markets pick up on that. And by the time the markets pick up on that, it could take a while. It's not an immediate. So they're saying good things about the euro to make the euro rise. It could take a few minutes for it to filter down to the markets because it's a speech, and consequently the other way around as well. But longer term, we are looking at a rise of the euro, but we're in a sell zone area. So it's difficult to disseminate. And in the meantime, we've got all this consolidation going on. So whatever happens, we've got to wait to get out of this zone. Again, if I this area here is all consolidation. So we've got to get out of this area here. Um, so we wouldn't be getting into a trade till at least 3.1 pips, and that'll drag us down to. So we could look something like that at the minute, sell, but I fear that maybe they want to go higher on the higher time frames. The bigger picture is for a buy, but we're in sell zone territory. Um, I'll draw a what it might look like on a long position. We have to use the trend line as a to get above there, which then drags our 2-to-1. That is a scenario that could happen for a buy. But so we can't really do anything until we break out of this consolidatory area. Because otherwise we could be caught doing just the same. And depending on the length of make the speech that's going on, like I say, if it lasts an hour, we could find this sideways movement for an hour. Because if you want to invest millions, it takes $10 million to push 1 pip. So if the big whales come in and they want to invest, but they don't know whether the speech is going to be good or bad, they'll wait till the speech is over. The market will make its choice, and then it'll invest. So until then, till the end of the speech, we'll get this. We could. I'm saying will, but you could very well see this sideways sort of movement. We know we're in a sell zone. Sell orders here, picking up sell orders. And if the speech concurs with the fact that the euro is not very on a healthy state at the moment, or the strength of the dollar is strong, if the speech concurs with that, then price could come down here. But we got to wait to break out of this all this nonsense here, really. So this is where we're at the minute. So in the meantime, to carry on our education,
Hi, this is Steve, and in this short video I'm going to just show you the settings for the Trade Assistant to make sure that you've got the minimum 2 pip stop loss on the Euro USD or any currency pair, and how you set it for if you're trading a commodity like the US 100, because the settings are slightly different. So here you can see we're on the Euro USD chart here. I've got my risk to reward on the Trade Assistant locked at 2 to 1. I've got my risk balance at 1%. Lot calculator is on, and my little purple button here between the buy and sell is also activated. So we're ready to bring the Trade Assistant onto the chart. Now you'll notice here that we've got the stop loss set at 20. That indicates 2 pips when you're on a currency pair. And we can actually change that here by typing over it. So if I type in there 40 and just tab off here, you can see now we've got a stop loss of 4 pips because we're on a currency pair. In this example it's Euro USD, but it could be Euro GBP or any currency pair. So let's just put that back to 20 for our 2 pips. We'll click off here, and now we'll just put the lines on so that you can see that is showing us 2 pips over here on the actual tool, ready to actually get involved with a trade if that's what we were going to do. But that's not what we're here for now. I'm going to click off the lines here, and what we're going to do is we're going to change our chart from Euro USD to US 100, and I can do that by dragging it onto the screen here. You'll see it now switch over to US 100, and now you can see that stop loss says 20, and that's wrong for a commodity. So what we want to do here is come in here and type 2000. This is the equivalent of 2 pips on a commodity such as US 100. So now when I put the lines on, you'll see we've got the number 2000 here, and if I just zoom around, you'll notice the 2 to 1 still applies, 2000 and 4000 here, where we've got a $1,000 trade in place, risking $1,000 to win $2,000. So that's the number that you need to get your 2 pip minimum on. So the minimum number would be 2000. You could have anything above that if you're on a commodity like US 100, and the number will be 20, which is 2 pips equivalent if you're on a currency pair such as Euro USD. Hopefully you found this useful, and thanks very much for watching.
Thanks, Steve. Right, so like I say, nothing's changed. I've been keeping an eye on it, so we haven't missed nothing at all. Still more of the same. Volumes get even less, if anything. They're hanging on this every word, I suppose, from the speech. We know that's a key zone area there. And we got this support and resistance line, finding how it's being respected. The 5-minute time frame. Right, we've got a sell alert coming up. This is where I want my stop loss, but I'm prepared to. Right, we pushed past all that. I might try sell in a minute. Ask it to do a little bit more. The danger here, of course, is going to bounce or break off the purple line. But the trouble is, if I want my 2 to 1, I'm risking going into the buy zone. So I've taken the sell, 4.5 pips. Let's mark it up on there. This could be 4.5 there. 2 to 1 is, well, just in the buy zone. So we've just broken out of all this consolidatory area. The market is thinking it's bad news for the euro at the moment, or good news for the dollar. Better news for the dollar. But we had a sell alert, red trend, red wave. This is where we're at the minute. And accepting a 2% loss if indeed we do get one. The buy zone is here. Put it on the 5-minute time frame at the minute. And let's have a look. Let's get rid of all this. Get rid of our indicator in a minute. See, we got imbalance here. But that's all the imbalances there at the moment. And we've also got imbalance here. Price might wish to come up and tap into this at least in the short term. But we're out of the consolidatory zone now. But go back to the minute again. Put our indicator on. Where's that purple line on the 5-minute? Ah, right there. There's the purple line on the 5-minute. So that's that area there, 89. That might be a good place to put my stop loss to my entry. 89.5. If we get that far. So that's at 89.5. Pretty close to it now, actually. So I'm close enough now. Well, no, I'm going to. Well, yeah, I'm going to put my stop loss to my entry. Because we reached that 89.5 area. So it's touching the purple line on the 5-minute time frame. A little bit close for wriggle room comfort, really. But if it comes back and takes me out, so be it. In the climate that we're in, I don't know. Should I? Yeah, I'll just go for it. See, I keep changing my mind because I am hesitant of that because as a trader, to move on longer term, we have to accept 1% losses. Not saying this is going to be a 1% loss because we could go up to here, tap into this imbalance, and then come back down again. And if I'd have put my stop loss to my entry there, I would have been taken out now. So it's a bit of a conflict in my mind how to train you guys going forward. I mean, part of it is I accept all of it is what I do, but the longer term, and I do believe it's a conflict. It's a 50-50 sort of flip of the coin for me. Do I train you guys to recognize a 1% loss, or do I train you guys to protect your equity? Yes, you protect your equity, but coming down to there, from there to there is not enough wriggle room. And as you can see, if I'd have done that, I would have been taken out. So really, I want to give myself a chance on this trade. And here is imbalance. So price very well may come in to tap into this imbalance again. and come back down again, or I do fully appreciate it could carry on up going into this area here, because this obviously is a very important area where all these sell orders are. Are there more sell orders? Well, yes, there are, because our stop loss is a sell order. So yes, there are other sell orders, and if there's not much else volume going on, no reason for them to come back down here in a timely manner. They will want to come up and take us our sell order. We don't know that though. So we're going to have to accept a 1% loss if that indeed is what's going to happen. And then come back again later on during the day with your, you're going into the zones on the 5-minute time frame, or whatever it is, and look at it again. Oh, and unfortunately, yeah, we got taken out because it respected that on the 5-minute. It respected this purple line just the way it would on the 1 minute, and reacted off that, and then come back and took us out for a 1% loss. That's no big deal. That's what I want to get over to you guys. It's no big deal. No big deal at all. Come back later on during the day and wait for similar sort of things. Marking up your chart the way I showed you. I did say that the bigger picture was to go higher. I do believe that, into this area here initially, and then up into bouncing or breaking off this trend line, possibly. We were after a small retrace. Which didn't happen for us. So it's all mixed signals, really quite difficult, but we gave it a go. And I had a 1% loss because of it, which is, like I say, not a problem. Now it's gone back to this support and resistance line where it respects. I mean, the speech could be still going on. He might have said some aspects were bad about the euro, and then turned it around and said, well, longer term, the euro or the dollar. He might be speaking about the dollar. I think there are actually websites you can actually listen to the speeches and all that sort of stuff. But we got German news at 9 o'clock. And no disrespect, but it might affect the candles a little bit. But if you're in a trade and you're down here and waiting to get your 2%, and it's 9 o'clock, you might consider yourself to take the trade in respect to that. But I mean, it's not to us anyway, because as you can see, we've just come back to respect this support and resistance line again, in which case that took us out. But like I said, that's not a problem. Come back later on in the day and have a look. Maybe for me, the US 100 after 2:30 today in the UK, or if I see an opportunity later on, if I'm not busy, I'll come back and I'll disseminate the charts. So let's go to the 5 minute. See, we're in the sell zone again. So if you don't want to keep looking at the charts, what you do is you put a horizontal ray at the bottom of the sell zone, right click, add alert. It looks like this on the 5 minute or the 1 minute, it doesn't really matter. And then you can put sell down there, create the alert. And similarly on the buy zone there, add alert and put down buy. And then you don't have to keep looking at your screen, because now that alert would have been activated because we know we're in the sell alert area here. But unfortunately for us, it reacted off the purple line and came back down again to take yet more sell orders. And then it may be coming down here, and we was taken out with two pips to spare, which is unfortunate, but that's trading and also not a big deal. So with that being said, guys, hope you enjoyed today's training. By the way, just as a reminder, oh yes, one more thing. This quote yesterday, people are asking where I got it. I'll show you again. Now you press on this little disc thing here, which tells you the news. We got news. Now it's got mines. So you press on mines and then read out what it says. You could actually take a screenshot of that. It says, some of you may skip this, but it's the truth about success in trading. Nothing or no one is stopping you from being a successful trader but yourself. It's not the market, and no, it's not the broker. Majority of traders quit after blowing a few accounts. The rest stick around for years but make no progress. Only a few percent of them actually find the meaning behind it and succeed. What's the secret? Signals, prop firms, account managers, EAs? No. Sure, all the things that can benefit you slightly, but what truly is the secret to being successful in trading is you. You are the secret. Understanding yourself, your emotions, your reactions to current events. Trading is a mirror of you, an amplified picture of you. Are you impatient? Are you scared? Are you nervous? Are you greedy? Forex will amplify these emotions. The biggest battle you have to win is the battle with yourself, not the market. Trading is easy. You have a trading plan. You stick to it. Sometimes you may have a losing week. It happens, right? But as long as you are sticking to your strategy, understanding the market, using a positive risk to reward, and understanding the importance of consistency, you should be fine. But here's the hard part. Your reactions, your emotions. Remember, no one is stopping you from being a successful trader but yourself. And that is from TraderView, and that's where you'll find it. So with that being said, guys, see you all again tomorrow. Thanks very much for being here. Appreciate it. Have a nice day. Cheers for now. Bye. Okay, so as you can see, Academy 55, all I'm waiting for is the buy alert, and I'm in a buy trade on the EURUSD on buy just flickered. Well, I guess I'm in. On Thursday, the 1st of January, 10 in the morning, well, 12 minutes past 10 in the morning. Activating a buy. And we'll see how we get on from that. So as you can see, we are heading on to our 2% target. And that all coming down to the fact that we were in, on 5 minute, price went into the buy zone. So we were taking the next buy. And this is where we are at the minute. So if we just do this long position, 2.6, I think it was. Yeah. We got into the trade there. Are we there already? No. Sorry, 3.4 gap between stop loss and entry. Not 2.6, 3.4. So that means we must have been there. That makes more sense. This takes our 2% target to there. As you can see, we are not that far away now. Hopefully we'll have enough oomph to get there. Let's wait and see. And there we go. There's our 2%. So thanks very much for watching and speak to you soon. Cheers for now. Bye.